Hi, my name is Lydia Graham of A&L Hot Topics. A&L stands for Alan and Lydia. My husband will be joining me at some point. Right now I'm just trying to get the series started. He works from home as well, but he is a managing director of a company, so I don't expect him to be on here every time that I'm on here, but just so you know, that's what it stands for. A&L Hot Topics is going to be covering all the daily stuff that's going on in the world as it pertains to our new administration, how it's affecting our country globally. I will get into more details as to how things are impacting our country as I get more information. Right now I'm just starting to do a lot of research and just starting to get into this, and my first video was about the tariffs. And as you all know, there's been a 90-day pause put on that, so here I am, I'm back. I just wanted to give a quick shout out, for the Freudian slip here. I wanted to give a quick shout out to a few people. Midas Touch, Brian Tyler Cohen, Jack Cacciarella, and Adam Mockler. These people I watch on a daily basis, and I'm very inspired by them. And so thank you guys for being my inspiration. Let's get to it. On April 9th, which is today, and I'm reading from I call it my teleprompter, aka my laptop, okay? On April 9th, today, President Donald Trump announced a 90-day pause on most of the sweeping reciprocal tariffs he had imposed on U.S. trading partners effective immediately, except for China. China has 125% raised tariffs due to what is called a lack of respect for global markets. It's interesting how he's saying that they have a lack of respect when it's him that disrespected China first by even imposing these crazy tariffs. And let's not forget that during Donald Trump's first run, his first presidency, that he called COVID the Chinese virus. We're talking about someone that is racist. We're talking about someone that says things out of the side of his neck. And then, are you surprised that this is happening now? I'm not. I'm not surprised at all. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised that he paused anything. Because he loves the word tariffs. He loves the word tax. Tax everyone except for the rich, right? I mean, I don't know how many people are still rooting for this guy, but I just want you guys to stop and just wake up. Just open your eyes and say, if this was any other president right now, would we tolerate this? And that should be your answer for this guy. Okay? The answer is no. So, for all the other countries, the tariff was lowered to a universal 10% during the pause, allowing time for trade negotiations, which, like the word, when he said that this was Liberation Day is freedom, right? So like that word that he clearly doesn't understand, he doesn't understand the word negotiation. I don't even know if what he did right now is purely legal, because you have to negotiate and you have to sit down and talk to people. He just imposed these tariffs. He's doing everything from an authoritarian position. So anyway, this is what happens when you don't do things right. It backfires. And so that's what happens, is it backfired. People are like, okay, you want to impose that? I'll impose this. He did not expect that. He wants everyone to love him. He thinks he's going to impose taxes on people and that's it, just walk away. Well, when you have the whole world saying you're an idiot, it has to affect you at some point, right? Thin-skinned, okay? So Trump explained to the White House, this is what he said. He put these tariffs on pause because people were jumping a little bit out of line and getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid, a little bit out of line. Don't really know what that means in his world. Does that mean that they spoke back, said, hey, you're an idiot, and he didn't like it? So speaking back, hey, no back talk, I'll show you, I'll pause the tariffs. Anyway, the market kind of jumped back up because of the pause. What they're saying is, even if it did jump back up, it doesn't jump back up to the full 100% that it was. So all of this is making a mess of everything. So just understand that. And so I would take the next 90 days, my husband was saying, like, if we have any money that's invested right now, watch it for the next 60 days, and then decide if we want to pull it out before that final month, because it might tank again, or because of what he's doing. It's just so inconsistent. We just don't know what to do. Okay, we don't have a lot of money. We're not loaded. We're not rich, but we have a little bit invested, and it's like, a lot of people have like things invested. People that are. I was just reading today about people that have retired and they wanted to take that last vacation and they can't afford to take that last vacation. People that can't afford to send their kids to college, that have saved and saved and saved in 401ks and different things like that, and now they've had to take a major hit by pulling their money out, or getting a hit with all these different things that are going on, and it's just so sad. I mean, how do you guys feel about this? I mean, honestly, whether you are on the left or the right, be honest. I just want open, pure communication on my channel. I don't want the BS. I don't want people fighting, because you know what? At the end of the day, we're all suffering. So anyway, despite the pause, some tariffs like those on steel, aluminum, and auto imports remain in effect. And Trump hinted that more, such as on pharmaceuticals, could be coming. That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. So now my parents who are retired and are barely making it on their Social Security are going to worry about their pharmaceuticals going up, their prescriptions going up. I don't. Do you see what I mean when I said earlier how this is going to affect people? It's like he's never going to be satisfied with saying, like, you know what, I messed up, and we should just not do this at all. He's going to be satisfied the more the world hurts, the more pain we're in. So I just wanted to say that, it's kind of sad. So the shift followed days of insistence that there would be no pause. That's one of the things that I wanted to mention, is that a few days ago, he said there will be no pause. And he said only to reverse course. It says only to reverse course amid economic pressure and after 75 countries reached out to negotiate. I mean, nobody respects us, but nobody wants to have these heavy taxes either. So it's like reaching out to the devil, you know what I mean? I just wanted to say that I never thought we'd be sitting here talking about this stuff. If you think about it, it's plain stupidity. It's an ex-convict playing president. And he's playing with our livelihoods. He's playing with our finances. He's playing with money that we have earned and that we're owed. Just remember that. And so that's all I have to say about this. Subscribe, like, and share, because I'm not going anywhere. And I will see you next time.